You know what's crazy? I didn't think what
Okay.
I said was that controversial.
Address.
He was like Juicewrld, except he sounded better. You know how these kids praise Juicewrld. Did Juicewrld ever have a verse that he didn't say these 5 things? I'm a junkie. I love drugs. I have my heart broken. I'm gonna do more drugs because my heart is broken. I mean, that's it. There is no depth behind that. There is nothing else besides that. What is one thing that, for me personally, I feel like it matters in freestyling? Versatility. As a freestyler, if you're giving me the same content over and over again, like what am I supposed to do?
Address it.
I'm gonna address it. No, I didn't think that I said something controversial at all. Like, I didn't even state my opinion. That was like a fact. Like, the things that I said about Juicewrld, like, and what he talked about in his music was like fact. Like, he said all those things constantly. So like, and it's not even like, bro, you're talking to somebody who like, I like Juicewrld's music.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that I
Yeah.
don't, but I can also like say the truth. It's like, for example, right? Lil Wayne, one of my favorite rappers of all time.
Yep. A goat.
A GOAT. Lil Wayne is really, a lot of his music is responsible for people, kids, teenagers getting involved in lean and Molly, and just the idea of like you being a cool person that is on drugs.
Yeah.
That was like something that Lil Wayne brought to the game.
Absolutely.
That's a fact. Does it mean that he's not one of the GOATs? No. Does it mean that that takes away from like his greatness as a rapper? No. But it's just a fact that that's what he did.
Yeah.
It is what it is, though. But I liked some of the comments. They were hilarious.
I want to let you know right now that I read almost none of the comments. One of the comments that stood out to me the most, though, as I skimmed through a bunch of bullshit, was that obviously this person has never listened to Juicewrld, listened to 2 songs, and now he's commenting on 30,000. It's like, or like 3,000 or whatever number this dude gave. And it was just like, I'm going to tell you something right now. We come on here, we say things. A lot of times they're facts, sometimes they're funny.
Right.
But when it comes down to it, if your parents didn't tell you then, I'm going to tell you now. Nobody gives a fuck about your feelings. Nobody gives a shit about your feelings. Nobody cares how much you love Juicewrld. This was a fact that we had stated. This is a fact that you had stated. I had said the same thing. If you go back and watch the actual episode, watch it all the way through, you'll see all the things that were said that were good about Juicewrld. And we weren't just focusing on the negative. So if you really want to go back and watch footage, go back and watch footage. But don't sit here and say that things were cut out. I mean, realize that this is a short.
Right.
You know, for somebody that has no professional speaking in this business alone, to be commenting on our projects is a fucking bum. So it's like at this point, you know what I mean? Like I said, man, if your parents didn't teach you then, I'll teach you now, and we'll get you over the knee and spank you like a child that you are, you know. But you're a fucking bum. And if you want to comment on more stuff, please do. And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Absolutely.
There's a dose of reality for you.
So over, I think it was about last weekend. I think the movie's been out about a week. What, May 19th? I think it came out.
Okay.
White Man Can't Jump. The
White Man
remake.
Can't Jump, Young Jack Harlow.
Young Jack Harlow. And I just
Harlow.
want to start off by saying that was the worst piece of fucking garbage that I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
No, I'm just fucking with you. No, actually,
I mean, that's what Rotten Tomatoes said. I
no,
mean,
that's what everybody said.
everybody said before I got the pleasure to watch the movie. Yeah, all the ratings that I saw were absolutely terrible. I mean, when it came to box office tickets, when it came to how much obviously they sold out. I mean, it was just
Well, it was what? It streamed. It came on streaming on Hulu first, right?
yeah, but do you think that it wasn't
It
movie
wasn't
theater.
movie
But
theaters.
don't you think that people bought Hulu just to buy that, just to see that movie?
Probably.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I saw so many bad reviews, so I went into it thinking like, okay, this is
It's
gonna be
gonna
a
be
piece
a
of
weird
shit.
movie, but they said the same thing about Cocaine Bear before we saw it as
And
well.
Cocaine Bear, I really enjoyed too.
But
I
this is
thought,
obviously not a parody movie. This is a
no,
remake.
no, I thought it was a good movie, man. I mean, like, I don't think that I think what they did the best was they didn't try to just copy the story from the old one
Yeah.
and just, like, slap something on there. They
No,
kinda made a
they
whole
gentrified it for sure.
yeah, but they also made, like, a whole different movie almost. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was some callbacks from the first one,
Mhm.
but, like, they did damn near make, like, a whole different movie, and
But
it
we
was
had a
good.
discussion about this that, like, most actors now or most people that are trying to get in the acting field, they'll tell you that, like, producers when or maybe not even so maybe not actors to begin with, more like screenwriters and playwriters and stuff like that, and movie writers and actors as well, but they'll tell you straight up, the producers will tell you, they don't want anything new. They don't want new ideas. They wanna remake everything that's already been done and just kind of add a twist to it. That's what they want, and that's exactly what they did with this
Yeah,
movie.
so, I mean, hearing that you fucking lazy pieces of
Yeah,
shit, you guys are terrible.
but I think the reason why they're doing that though, and if I could play devil's advocate, is the fact that everybody says that older movies were better.
You know what it really is? They're just fucking lazy and they have no
I
good
realize that. I'm
ideas.
just saying, playing devil's advocate,
Yeah, and you know
imagine
what?
how many people are like, "Yeah, the older movies were better." I'm sure now ticket sales have just gone down in general for the movie
Of
theater, you know
course.
what I mean, after COVID and everything, so it's just like, I understand
I
why they're
feel
doing
that.
it, but it's like at this point to people are making millions of dollars every single day off their creative, activities, you know
Right.
what I mean? Off just being creative and finding their own niche.
But see, that's why I say, like, they're lazy and they're bullshitters because how many people are waiting in the wings with actually really good ideas, but they just don't have the
But
financial
yeah,
backing
yeah.
to pull these off? And, like, it's just like, if you're gonna remake everything, like, honestly, what the fuck am I paying you for?
I mean, even some of the movies that they've done with, like, bigger stars, Sandra Bullock, who is an amazing actress, or Channing Tatum, who can be good in some movies, you know what I mean? Which is, I wouldn't say Magic Mike because I've never seen it, but just looking
Bro,
at it,
why did Channing Tatum just catch a stray, bro? What'd he do?
he didn't do anything,
He
man.
said,
I fuck with him. Shout out Channing Tatum. We know you're watching. But anyway, it was an honest opinion, though. But
"Damn,
regardless, I mean, like, they got movies like that. They came out with a movie together, which was trash. You know what I
the
mean?
Jungle Book cruise one?"
No.
It was like a no, it wasn't the Jungle Book, but they were
Fucking
like
stop, bro.
it was like
That was The Rock, bro.
no, it wasn't. No,
He
no, no.
was
I
in The
know what you're
Jungle
talking
Cruise. That
about.
was the Disney
I know what
movie.
you're talking about.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
but
yeah.
there was this one where she was like writing stories about something, and then they actually had to go to the jungle and
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
But it wasn't The Jungle Cruise.
it was a
That was
Jungle
literally
Cruise. That was
and
a Jungle
that
Cruise.
I think The Rock caught a stray just for that movie
Oh,
in
that shit is
general.
trash,
No, it
bro.
wasn't the fact that the movie was trash. It's just like, bro, you really like you went from Jumanji.
To a
What's with
Jungle
all
Book
this
cruise.
jungle shit, bro?
Hey,
You know what I mean?
he's a jungle boy. That's
Hey, don't
crazy.
say that. Don't say that. I didn't say that. I did not say that.
Yo, that's crazy.
No,
Hey,
no,
I'm
no,
gonna
no.
keep it a bean.
And
I
he's a
s-
good actor too, don't get me wrong. I enjoy his acting.
who?
The Rock.
Yo, you're a piece of shit, bro. Why you lying over here, bro?
I don't enjoy his
Yo,
acting
we
in the
said,
newer
yo, hold
movies,
on,
but I
hold
do
on.
enjoy no, because there is a couple movies that I could name right now, bro, that
Like
I'm
what?
n oh,
Name it right
the
now.
one listen, the one with, Johnny Knoxville, remember that movie? What was it? What was it? The one with Johnny Knoxville, you know what I'm talking about? The Rock and Johnny Knoxville. That's a fire movie. It's not Walk Hard because that's the Johnny Cash movie, I think, or
Walking
Walk the
Tall.
Line, Walking Tall, Walking Tall,
Okay,
Walking
that was
Tall.
not bad. That
That's a
was
good
his
movie.
first.
That was a good
That
movie.
was one of
And
his
then there was a
first.
no, because I'm not talking about the Fast and Furious franchises. I'm not talking about when he did the second Journey to the Center of the Earth. I'm talking about the like actual like the newer movies that he did. And on top of that, don't even fucking forget, he did amazing in No Pain No Gain. He did amazing in that movie.
Pain and Gain.
Fuck out of here, bro. No Pain
No,
No Gain.
it's well,
It's called
okay.
Pain and Gain, but it's No Pain No Gain.
Can I be honest with you? I think that he got carried by some really, really exceptional acting by Mark Wahlberg and
And what's his face? The Hawk.
Anthony Mackie.
The
I
Hawk.
think that's what really happened in that
I
movie.
think that was hilarious that, what's his name? Anthony Mackie?
Yeah.
Bro, that he was just cool with the fact that, like, his dick did not work the
Wait,
whole
can
movie.
I ask you a question? Why is Anthony Mackie like in every single movie and show that he's known for always taking like the worst L's? Like he took the
He's good at it, though.
he's so great at
But
taking
that's why.
L's.
It's because he's a very versatile actor. and he's like his ego doesn't stand in the way of him taking those roles.
And it's
It has
funny
to be that
because
though.
the face he always makes when he's taking the L is always fucking hilarious. Like when Eminem is sitting there, you know, rapping circles
He
around him,
forgot that
and
he
he's
was
just
Big
sitting there, just
Worm.
like. And then when he's in the shower and Shorty's like, he's in there, and he's sitting there and just like. When Ant-Man kicks his ass in the first Ant-Man movie, he's just laying there.
That's his whole role. That's what he's notorious for, bro.
Oh
That's what he's
shit!
notorious for real.
Speaking of Fast and Furious, they were asking somebody asked like Ludacris to
Which is
cast the
another
Fast and
terrible actor,
Furious.
but go ahead.
Oh my god, awful.
He should have stayed a rapper,
Yo,
whatever he
that's
was.
crazy. He's
Whatever he
so
was.
awful. Anyway, they say like, why do y'all keep making Fast and Furious
Yeah, it's
movies?
ridiculous.
He's like, that's a stupid question.
Yeah.
He's like, because we're making billions of dollars, obviously,
Yeah.
right? So I was just thinking about this, and I'm like, yo, how is Fast and Furious still making billions of dollars? Because this shit is stupid, bro. If you think about it, really think about this. The first 3 movies
We're
were
good.
drag
But they were good.
racing.
But they were
They were
good.
good.
They were
No, no,
good.
not saying
And so was Tokyo Drift.
that's part of the first 3.
Yeah.
No, no, the first 3 were good, but
But there's a Fast 1, 2, and 3, and then Tokyo
and
Drift
then there was Tokyo Drift. You're
goes in
absolutely
there, you
right.
know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no, but they were about drag racing,
Mhm.
bro. And now these niggas are.
Doing everything that has nothing to do with driving cars.
Bro, it was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I watched this scene.
Jason Statham, The Rock,
I watched.
Aquaman's in it now.
Oh, he's in it. He's in the new one. John Cena. What the
John
fuck?
Cena.
I watched this scene where they had a vault
Mhm.
and they were driving
Yes.
something,
I
and
think
there's
that's
a
in like
vault,
8.
and I'm sitting
Paul
here,
Walker was still alive in that
yeah, and
movie.
I'm looking at this shit like, what the fuck am I watching?
Maybe 6.
Am I? Do they really have a? They had Ronda Rousey
Hmm?
and fighting so. I just
Whatever her
this
name is, Lenny.
unbelievable.
Whatever Lenny.
Lonnie,
Lenny. Is it
yeah.
Lenny?
Is it Lenny?
Bro, tell me why. Like, don't get me wrong. Shout out to that actress, whoever she is, because she's bad.
She's
But
sexy. Yeah.
no. When it comes down to it, is her name Lenny in that
I
movie?
think it's Letty. Letty,
Letty. But
yeah.
see, that still reminds me of like a Betty, like a pig. You know what I mean? Or like a
Mm.
Bailey,
You know what's crazy?
like Letty Lynn.
Like, here's the crazy part about that, right? They did all this, you know, never leave family behind, all this family stuff,
Oh
right?
yeah,
And what the crazy thing about it is, right? Dominic, Vin Diesel,
yeah.
he could have got
Fatso.
yeah, he could have got any female that he wanted to, any in the world.
Yeah.
And he's sitting here going through all this, had to bring her back, re-jog
But
her
no, so
memory
but
just to
remember,
get that.
no. You're skipping a part though, because remember, in that he also was taking down that blonde cop, and that's who he had a kid with.
Oh, he
And
did beat
then there
that
was a
down.
situation where he had to turn on his quote unquote family because he had to get his son back. Because
That's
she ended up dying in that situation, I believe.
and that's when he was able
And
to
then he
fuck
was
on Letty like
well,
freely.
so yeah, I think at this point he was like, "Damn, how am I gonna manage the both of them?" You know what I mean? I think at this
He
point,
was
and then
double dipping.
yeah, he was
Okay,
triple Xing that moment
I
because he was
got
like, "What
it.
I do for my country?" You know what I mean?
No, it makes sense.
But as soon as the blonde cop passed away,
Mhm.
it was like, I get my son and I
And
still
Letty?
get oh. It's like the movie
Oh,
could have just ended there for him.
got it.
That was his kumbaya.
So what is John Cena doing? Do you know? I stopped watching a long
Well,
time
so
ago.
kind of like what happened in the WWE when they were about to kick his ass out because
Right.
they realized that John Cena had no play in the WWE. He was
None.
just a big dude, and that's all he was good for is just that. Because his face looks borderline.
Mm.
But when it comes down to it, what happened? Something happened where it was a reporter or somebody was like checking out John Cena freestyling
Mhm.
with a whole bunch of the other WWE,
Oh yeah, it was
members. This is real,
right.
and recorded it and said do that, and that was as now his new persona.
Exactly. He
So
was a
now that
rapper.
WWE is like, hey, nobody gives a shit about John Cena rapper anymore, so we're gonna kind of have to coast you into more movies. Maybe one with the fire truck, maybe one with some cars.
Mm.
Just kind of get your face out there next to
Right.
some mainstream people.
Got it.
so we can redevelop your character because your character is trash. And it's
Trash.
always been trash and
Awful.
it never has gotten any better.
Never.
You know how life has peaks and valleys?
Yeah.
He only has valleys. I don't know how you can just keep going down and down and down. And he's doing pretty well for himself.
Oh, that
I
Peacemaker
saw
show is pretty good.
that is the best fucking thing that he's ever created.
No, that was
That is
great.
the best thing that he's ever created was Peacemaker. It is the funniest show that I've seen in the longest time.
Absolutely.
But I saw a video on him recently. Some TikToker caught him in a store or something and was like, "Yo, man," like talking to him, videotaping him and stuff like that. And I guess he asked him for like maybe he didn't. I think John Cena just offered him a tip of advice, and he was like, "Oh, you want a tip? Oh, I'll give you a tip. Don't record people while you're having conversations with them. Be respectful. Be respectful." So for like 20 seconds on this TikTok video, he's just telling this dude to be respectful, trying to walk away from this dude. And this
Damn.
dude's like, "Yo, like I'm famous too." He's almost got 1 million followers on TikTok. Like, bro, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm famous too is a crazy retort to John Cena. Hey, I'm famous too, man.
all I'm saying is
If you have your
they got to
dick in
kick
your
this guy to the
hands.
curb.
Oh, okay.
They got to kick this
Kick
guy to the
this
curb.
guy. Okay, got
He
it.
shouldn't be in the Fast movies, and maybe he should because it's a dying franchise.
I don't think it's dying, bro. I think they're coming
No, I
out
think
with, like, 2
eventually it's
more.
gonna die
How?
because
I think they'll just get another like big actor, and then they won't defeat him. They won't kill him all the way, and then he'll just join the team. That's how they do it. It seems like once they beat you, you have to join their side, so then they can get another bad guy who's like bigger than you, and then they'll beat them, and then they'll join, so they could, everybody can be family at the end of the day.
I'm not the hero the world wants, and I'm not the hero the world needs, but I am the hero that the world gets. Before my uncle died, he told me I was special, and I'm gonna prove he was right. I'm gonna fight all the bad guys and be a hero.
Masked criminal Spooderman strikes again!
Whoa, they're posting pictures of me. Hey, I'm here to save the day.
Oh god, Spooderman, please don't! It's in my mouth!
Spooderman, help me!
Mary Jane! Not again. Maybe I'm not cut out for this.
Spooderman.
Who are you?
I'm Venom.
That is disturbing.
I'm not gonna lie. The first time I saw AI replicate a movie, like a Spider-Man movie, and I'm like, "Oh, this is so real. This is awesome. Tom Holland's gonna be in the new Venom movie. Like, or it's gonna be a Spider-Man movie, but it's Venom's introduced, and like, this is awesome." Crushed my heart when I realized that it was an AI project. And then when I saw this, I was like,
This is what
I'm
you-
like borderline offended right now. I'm like borderline offended, bro. Spider-Man's my guy, dude. And now it's Spooderman.
Spooderman is crazy.
Spooderman.
So what's crazy is they just dropped like graphics, gameplay, a trailer for the new Spider-Man.
Seen it.
Spider-Man game, Spider-Man 2 for PS4, and I played the first Spider-Man 2018.
yeah.
And I fucking hate it. And I'm actually like one of the few people, like people say that's like a bold take, and it's like, dude, that shit sucks, bro.
Every Mary Jane mission
Oh my fucking
is
God.
useless.
Why am I playing as fucking Mary
And
Jane?
when you are playing as Mary Jane, there should be an opportunity to skip it.
Oh,
I mean, I personally
absolutely.
think that like you should just be able to skip it because there's no reason to do that. And then on top of that, who's the first boss that you fight? This rhinoceros dude?
Was Rhino the first one?
First one you fought. And then it was the dude in the devil mask.
Right.
So it's like, but now throughout the whole time, like you could be from 10% all the way to 75%, and you have fought nobody else
Yeah.
besides these demon guys.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I played the second one. I played the Miles Morales one. Much better game, much more concise.
Yeah.
And it's just I just thought it was much better. It's just like this one is just stretched the fuck out so much, and I just don't understand. Like, I don't know. I feel like it could have been better. Like, yeah, like the graphics are nice, the gameplay is not bad. The
Right.
gameplay is great. But as far as story modes, as far as missions, like thought it was very, very repetitive, and I don't know. I wasn't fucking with it.
And with the Miles Morales one, I mean, culturally, you could see yourself as him.
That has nothing to do with it.
You don't
Bro.
think so? Because I could see
Absolutely
myself
not.
as Spider-Man, you know?
Do you think that if you were sucking your own dick, that you would feel more of you sucking your dick or more of your dick getting sucked?
I don't even know how to answer that.
Would you like me to repeat the question for you?
Yeah, probably repeat the question for
All
me.
right, I'll slow it down. So if you were sucking your own dick,
If I was sucking my own dick.
do you think that you would feel more of you sucking your dick or of your dick getting sucked?
I feel like at that point I'd be so uncomfortable, I'd probably only feel a dick in my mouth. I don't think I would be able to feel anything else besides that at that point. Because I mean, like at that, like I've never had a dick in my mouth in my life.
Right.
So it's like, if I had a dick in my mouth in that moment, I would be thinking about the dick in my mouth, and not on like a sexual pleasure thing. It would be like, oh, why is there a dick in my mouth?
So if you were able to give yourself head, you would think that would be like, you would feel more like
The
for the other
giver.
team.
Yeah,
You
I
feel
was a
like you're a
giver.
giver.
I would.
Okay.
I feel like a giver, bro.
Another question. This goes even deeper.
Okay.
So like, if you nut in your own mouth, are you spitting or are you swallowing? Or would you even be able to?
Honestly, bro, you know, my brain's telling me that I'm spitting it out,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
but my
Mm.
gut is telling me that I might swallow it.
Oh, that's awful.
My gut. I mean,
That's
I take
terrible.
vitamins, you know. I know how to I know how to
Oh, that's crazy.
take something down if I need to. But it's gotta
Mm.
be early in the morning. It's gotta be super early in the morning.
So okay, so
And I can't
imagine.
go for a long walk afterwards because I might get a little queasy.
That's interesting. So, like, if you perform this act on yourself, like, does that kind and you enjoy it? Does that mean you kind of are like playing for the LGBTQ
Community?
community? Because I'm not saying you're gay, and I'm not even
Yeah.
saying you're bi, but you may fit into that queer category or something.
I think it's a really hard that's a really hard thing to pinpoint because if you think about it,
Mm.
if you're going by the same standards,
Right.
jacking off is considered gay. If you're going by the same standards, is that you're physically, but again, then you could make the argument that that is your penis.
The one thing about hand jobs is that like I hate when women give me hand jobs. Like, cause I can do it much better myself. But then that just makes me think about it. It's like, whoa, relax, buddy. That's kind of crazy. But like, no, like I just feel like, if I'm engaging with a nice, beautiful young lady, and she asks me, "Do you want a hand job?" I'm
Right.
just gonna tell her politely, "Hey, could you please like leave?" Or if I'm at her establishment or in her, area, then I'd
Mhm.
say, "Well, you know what? Excuse me, ma'am. I think that you're immature, and I'm going to pull up my pants and I'm gonna leave the premises because I don't think that you thought through what your question was."
Hand jobs? I've never gotten really a good blowjob in my life. I've
What?
gotten maybe one good oral sexy exo in my life. In my life one time, and that was unspeakable.
Mm.
But other than that, I think at this point, you know what I mean? I just like to do it myself.
Mm.
If she's gonna give me a handy pandy, it's got to be dry.
Oh,
It's got
that's
to be really
awful.
dry.
Okay,
Um, I'm not a big fan of lotion. I got sensitive skin, you know.
got it. Got
So
it.
it's got to be
Got it.
really dry.
Got it. Got it.
And yeah, dude, it's like, you know when you go to the gym and you stop going to the gym for a little bit and your calluses start breaking open?
Mm-hmm.
As soon as the calluses start breaking open on my dick, then I know I got to jerk off more
That's crazy. No,
or get a handy panty.
I just don't think like I think it's just immature for a lady to ask you if you want a hand job.
I think that if a lady asks you for a hand job, then there's a strong possibility that she might have
A penis. But I'm saying she's offering to give you a hand job. I just think that's immature.
there might be an odor
No, because it's like, all right, like,
relation.
if you're gonna say like, hey, do you want a hand job? Like, then either put it in your mouth or don't ask me for shit.
I don't
If I
like the
want shit.
girls that think oral sex just consists of mouth play.
Oh yeah, no, that shit is crazy.
It's like, wait, you tell me that it's too much, but then you have it in your mouth the entire time.
I don't understand.
That doesn't really add up.
I don't like when sometimes you're getting a blowjob or whatever, and like the shorty is like getting a little bit too happy and too excited, and it's like, all
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
like I understand that you're a whore, but like,
Whoa.
please, like,
She's a bird.
hey, like, be respect yourself, okay? Like you stop enjoying this so much, all
I
right?
think that any girl that enjoys it too much during sex is needs to be chastised in some
No,
way.
it's like, all right, hey,
No,
hey,
because it's like now you're sitting here almost disrespecting me borderline.
yeah,
Because
like
it's like nobody's watching porn in this moment.
exactly. It's
You
like,
know?
ooh, like, oh, okay, all
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Like this is fun for both of us,
Right.
but yeah,
Come on, guys.
but
But
it's just like, oh, you know what I hate too is like the girls where it's like, when you're engaging and then they're just doing too much, and it's like, it's like, okay, I know that I'm good, but I'm not this
I'm
good.
not that good.
Like you don't have to be screaming, oh, Jesus, oh! Like Jesus can't help you now. Like he's not gonna help you, especially now. Like especially at this dirty moment. Like no.
You know what I just thought about was because of the LGBTQ community and how many people have you know what I mean, joined this community.
Mhm.
It's almost like, don't you think that the ratio of how like average dick size is has maybe gone up a little bit?
Interesting.
Just by comparison, because I mean, just because you're gay doesn't mean you have a small dick.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like
Absolutely.
if you have enough of those people go to the other side, that women aren't even being able to experience anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like
Yeah.
don't you think that the average would just kind of raise a little bit?
It's
Which is
just
crazy though too, because it's like 5 or 6 inches, and this is a crazy fact that I know, but like 5 or 6 inches, that's like considered big to any girl.
that's crazy.
No. It is, bro, because unless their vaginal canal was, you know what I'm saying?
I get you. No,
You know what?
I just think that it's funny too because there's also a thing where it's like most like, and this is what I've heard from women, like
Yeah,
most men are just awful at sex.
yeah, awful.
So it's like when you're just like a little good, or you just like cater to them a little bit,
Mhm.
just a little bit. Just be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
hey, you know what? I want to make sure that you enjoy this as much as I enjoy this.
Yeah.
Just that little step. They're just like, oh, most people don't do this. It's like, oh, okay. And then you say, wait, most people, what? Damn, how many? Wow. What number am I?
See,
Shit.
man, I'm telling you right now, bro, what I do is I give them about a minute and a half, 90 seconds.
90 seconds?
90 seconds. And if you don't get yours in 90 seconds, then you're either lazy or selfish.
That's crazy. That reminds me. That reminds me of a friend of mine. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Shout out to bro, man.
Yeah, shout out to bro.
You know who you are. No, that is insane.
Speaking of some magic shit, though, put on this video real quick. I'd love to show you. It's a little spoof of David Blaine.
Look down, Nathan.
Oh shit! You just busted a nut. Oh!
Nathan. Look again.
Where'd it go?
That's concerning.
Yeah, I would never. You know what? If
That's
listen to me,
concerning.
this guy, and the best part is that it's white dude standing around a bunch of black dudes. So
Yeah.
it's the whole homophobic joke. But it's so funny because it's like if a guy starts off by saying, Blake, look down, and I look at his crotch and I notice that this man had ejaculated. That's where the joke ends. That's where the magic ends for me. Because it's like, at that point, I don't really want to see how much farther this is going. Because, again, in my fucking rational head, cum's going to come out of my mouth. I mean, it's like a card trick. Where do they find the card? In your pocket. The real question is how did that guy get that cum in his mouth?
Speaking of cum in the mouth, I am going to. I was gonna, see if you were gonna bring it up, but now you're gonna tell the world what you told me a couple weeks ago.
All right, bro. Kids are naive. Let me start there, man. Kids are naive, and sometimes they're taught things or they learn things that are not true until they figure out later in life. And I'd like to think that I was pretty sexually active. I don't want to say as a child, but as a younger adult. And for the most of my life, I thought that if I allowed a girl to perform oral sex on me, that I would get them pregnant.
Mind you, here's the crazy part. You were actively having sex at this time.
I was.
You're actively having sex and you think this stupid bullshit.
I was. Well, I mean, think about it, man. It's one of those situations I thought that the semen would be able to travel. And I thought that kids have big egos at
It
that
went down to
age.
her stomach that's how
No,
the
I thought
baby
I
was
had some
created.
Michael Phelps swimmers, to be honest with you. I thought that they were going to go past
Mm,
the stomach acid, find their way in the intestines, in some way, just take a left shot into fucking the uterus.
got it.
You know what I mean? I did not realize that that was the case. I mean, dude, when you go to the gas station or you go to a corner store and you're, 14, 15 ballparking, they're not going to sell you condoms.
No.
They won't sell you condoms. And the amount of times that I've told these dumbasses, like, are you trying to have like another like teen pregnancy? And they would look at me and just laugh at me like I wasn't getting shit to begin with. I'm just jacking off in these condoms,
Well,
So at that point,
that's
think about it, bro.
ultimately nasty.
Think about it. These Indian guys, they taught me not to wear condoms. And then for that portion of time, I also believe that if I came in a girl in any way, shape, or form, that she would get pregnant somehow.
Well, I before I had sex, I used to think that like it was when you peed, like if
Inside
you
of 'em.
peed inside of him, that's how you got him pregnant. And it's funny because like people would do that, they pee inside, but it's just like a fetish. I
Yeah, but I mean, like growing up in life, yeah, it seems like that's a fetish. All right, R. Kelly. No, I mean,
no,
like
that's
growing
crazy.
up though, like that like your is like waste. It's just waste. It's like the excess stuff that like comes out of
I
your
thought
body.
that was just the waste is gonna make another kid or something, enough waste, and it's
A
like,
scooter man.
that's what I thought.
Yeah,
I'm
a
like,
scooter
damn.
man.
I'm
It's
like,
like,
damn, that's
damn.
crazy.
And it's crazy to
So
think about
I
that.
was like, my cousin was like, hey, you gotta wear a condom, like, before you have sex. And I'm
Yeah.
like, no, 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 no. You just don't have to pee in them. So I'm just gonna hold my pee. Looked at me, and he's like, that's not how that works, bud.
So I don't know if you remember the time. I'm pretty sure you were there. We had all going out to the movie theaters. It
Hmm.
was you, me, Kevin, Kareem, and a couple girls that we did not know.
Yes.
And don't know what movie we saw because I was just sitting there for maybe about 10 minutes. And then I looked to my right and this girl had already gotten my dick out of my pants.
Was that when you got dome ski from the BBW?
Yeah.
That's why I got my
So
girls BBW. Top throw, eat suck you dry, and then eat some lunch with you.
in that moment though, I was in fear, bro, because it was like
Mm.
here's what was going through my head, bro. I'm like, damn, bro. Kareem is sitting like right next to me, dog. Because this is how I knew my dick was out. You ready? I looked to the right and my dick was in this girl's hand. And then I looked to my left and then there was Kareem doing this.
Yo, he's a nasty
And
nigga,
I looked
bro.
at him and like in that moment, now that I'm thinking about it, the first thing I should have thought about was why is this guy looking at my dick? But I shit you not, bro. The only thing I could think about in that moment was, damn, Kareem thinks I got a small dick. Probably some of the most racist shit that I've seen since they did all the sounds.
Dude.
What was that? All the sounds of the world.
what you
I'm
are.
not a big fan of Taylor Swift though, because for the longest time I thought she was in the band Paramore.